We're good? Okay. Well, come on next is finally Tterraj42 playing Mega Man-03. So give it up for Tterraj!
Hey! Hello, hey, can you hear me? No? All right. Is anyone gonna join me on the couch? Okay. So Mega Man Zero, I really like, I guess, GBA games because I ended up playing Mega Man Battle Network, which is another series, and then the Mega Man Zero series. So we usually try to have those represented at this event. So Mega Man 03 is what we get this year. Does anyone like the Mega Man Zero series? You like that? Cool. Yeah, they're pretty good games. A little bit different than X, but still a classic platformer. Oh, if you're running a timer, go ahead and start it now. There's a cutscene at the start, but we'll go ahead and skip through that so we can get to the gameplay. By gameplay, I mean menus. So you start with the Z-Saber and X-Buster. Jump Slash does a little bit more damage. Some of these boxes contain data cards, one of the collectibles in this game, like that one right there. Most of them are just like extra data about the enemies, kind of like lore and stuff. Some of them, though, can contain cyber elves, which are like upgrades, or actual equipment that you can put on that changes Zero's effects. So I'll be trying to get most of them. There's 180, we're not going to get them all. But some of them are in cool spots, so we'll get to see more of the stages. Cool. Those guys have a shield in the front, so you gotta wait for them to attack or hit from behind. And you can't wall jump off the ice, so if you break both of those, you can't get up here. The blue things are energy crystals. You can use those to upgrade cyber elves, which we'll probably do at some point. What I like about the Zero games is just like with the dash and the sword, it feels very fast compared to, well, I guess starting with X4, you could play as Zero. But I always would play as Mega Man, so using this feels different than just shooting enemies. Oh, and you do have a charge attack as well on both weapons. So this is introducing kind of like the main antagonist. And those two people, and I think Harpuyu shows up later, the four Guardians, and they appeared in the first game. So the Zero series for the Game Boy Advance, there was 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first 3 kind of like share a story. The fourth one branches off a little bit, focusing on Neo Arcadia, Copy X, because this is set 200 years or something, sometime after the events of the X series. No, I guess we don't see Harpuyu now. Well, those were 2 of the 4 Guardians. We'll see all 3, or all 4 of them in this run. There's one that is an optional boss near the end of the game. He's got 2 attacks. It's either the hands with the waves, or he'll shoot out a couple orbs. Okay. And then at the end of the stage in all the Zero games, you get a rank that judges your performance. There's a mission that you have to complete at a clear time, how many enemies you killed, the damage you take if you did a retry, and then elves, you get penalized if you used fused with cyber elves, which are like the permanent upgrades. So it's interesting compared to like the X series, where if you got an upgrade, it was just free. There's no penalty for it, and it makes you stronger, makes the game a little easier. This one, you have to kind of choose to where if you use the permanent upgrades, that actually lowers your rank. And depending on the rank you have at the end of the mission, you get either a special ability that you can use in all subsequent things, which the Zero series also does like New Game Plus, which was interesting and different. So we'll go ahead and save over slot 1, which that file, I was checking it from earlier, was actually from last year, or last year. whenever the last time I played 03 was. And we started with 2 weapons, and we get 2 others here. I think all of the Zero games, you have 4 different weapons, the sword, the buster, and then 2 others. In this one, you get the shield and the recoil rod. I don't think we'll use the shield much. No, there's one spot. But the recoil rod we use a lot because it destroys blocks and also lets you get to other areas. And it's split up a little differently. In this game, we'll have 4 missions to select from and then 1 mission and then a few other missions. So instead of having 8 to choose from at the start and then just the finale. You got Flizzard, Childray, Devil Bat, and Death Mantis. This guy's really tough. We're going to start with the Devil Bat because he's got a really good special ability, and it's also one of the easier stages. The specific mission for this stage is there are a few security cameras and you just have to destroy them. I guess it's supposed to be like a stealth mission, kind of. That one. So that blue door is, what do they call it, like the cyber world? And whenever you go into it, you get to temporarily use the benefits of all of the different cyber elves that you've collected. There's a slight penalty, not as big or permanent compared to fusing with them. We'll be going into one of those once, because that's how you fight one of the secret optional bosses. And here we're going to show off the recoil rod, because you can interact with this hammer and use it to break open to get access to these things. You can also use it to jump up. Oh, a little too close. Most stages also have a mini boss of some kind. And so this one is a beehive. It's only vulnerable when it opens up. And it'll release bees at random. If the honey gets on you, it makes it to where you can't jump very high. Oh, and you slide apparently. Hey, Skipper. Oh, my bad.
Hello.
Hey.
I've been requested to sit here for a minute with you.
Oh, I appreciate the company. How much of the Zero games have you played?
I've played 2 through 4 once last year.
Oh.
I still haven't played the first one.
The first one's interesting. It's the shortest, but one of the things that was different about it that I found interesting was the entire area was connected. Like, all of the missions that you went to, you could walk to, as opposed to getting transported like in this game.
Right. And then they went like full ham on that with the ZX games.
Yeah, the first one anyway. The second one, I can't remember. It felt a little more disjointed. But I could just be misremembering.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Josh. LV. Good to see you guys in the chat.
I want that.
Is that supposed to be like dying junk robot parts?
Down there, yeah.
That's
So-
kind of creepy.
We're in the scrap heap, which is where 01 starts as well.
Oh.
Like they're recycling the Reploids, essentially. Because the whole struggle is, right, Neo Arcadia is this perfect refuge for humans, and they're like, Reploids are bad, so we're going to get rid of them all.
Yeah, you're sort of like, the thing with the Zero series story is that like you're not sure like who's the good guys and who's the bad guys.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're doing the moral thing.
Right. So I see you're playing this with a Game Boy Advance SP.
Yes.
I was not aware that worked in this way.
Yeah, so for the GameCube, the Game Boy Player, any of the GBA games, if you had one of these bluish purple cables, you could use a Game Boy Advance or an SP as a controller. It uses the same connector as like the trade cable.
That is really neat. I never knew that.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, so he's like a bat type Reploid.
Yeah, double bat. He's supposed to be sophisticated. I kind of skipped through the dialogue there. He's not too bad in his attacks compared to some of the others.
The bosses are like my my crippling point with the Zero series. The bosses are just so complex. I don't know. I could never keep up with all the patterns.
Yeah, this is close. Okay, I got lucky there with the easy attack. Starting out, everything does a lot of damage, and we don't have a lot of health yet. I think in 2 stages from now, maybe next stage, I get a sub-tank, and that'll make things feel a lot better. So the rank was a little lower there. I finished with A, though, and it says I got the Thunder Body chip, which you get for completing, but you also captured the EX skill. That depends on if you finish with an A rank or an S rank. There's like a
Right.
certain cutoff. And that one's good. Saber Smash does lots of damage.
So the EX skill sort of like the Zero series version of like special weapons.
Maybe. We'll look at the menu and you can kind of see.
Okay.
Or it's like the body, say we could equip this and then we're the lightning element, so you can consider that a special weapon. But then also the X skills are these kind of like command codes.
Okay.
So playing as, I guess, Zero and some of the other games.
Yeah, because that's the kind of thing that you would get from like a Maverick in a Mega Man X game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that. Which does a lot of damage. So now we'll go to this guy. Because lightning is good on fire. That's how elements work.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one thing that confused me when I first started playing the game or the Zero games is the elemental weaknesses.
Yeah, they're kind of confusing. It really makes sense. Some bosses have no weaknesses. Others have like multiple. And then some things, even though they're not their weakness, they just do so much damage, it's worth it.
Right.
Those cannonballs are annoying because they have a lot of momentum. And I never see them coming.
I remember this stage. I died a lot on this one.
Yeah. I have a few friends that play Battle Network, and they decided to do a blind race of 03. And at least one of them spent, I think, the entire race on this stage. And it was like, all right, I guess we're done. This isn't cool on me. It's jumps up and then splits into 2 fire crabs. Oh, I got it. I don't have a sub-tank yet, so it doesn't matter.
I really like the music in the Zero games, but I feel like the Game Boy sound chip doesn't quite do it justice because of how like compressed it is.
Could be. That's a spooky section. I'm deathly afraid of spikes for obvious reasons. All right, I think there's a platform right there, so this is where we're going to use the recoil rod to bounce ourselves up. Almost. Okay. You can actually use it off enemies, so let's do that.
So it's
A little
like a Scrooge McDuck style pogo stick.
It can be, yeah. The recoil rod, like they have the 2 classic weapons, the sword and the gun, and then each of the Zero games has 2 other weapons. Some get repeats, and they're all pretty interesting. They use them in different ways throughout the stages. Like in this one, I think right here, there's this thing which you can push only with the recoil rod.
Oh. Yeah, 04 had the knuckle.
Yeah, 04. was very interesting in how it used that. And then this is a case where you can push that off screen, and that will be something that we come back to later.
Oh.
Oh, and I forget, but since I'm electric, some of the EX skills, depending on your element, do different things, and that one will send out the shockwaves.
Cool.
To stun enemies. I always forget to do that. I don't actually know what happens if you run out of time on this. It just spawns a bunch of enemies, and you jump up and hit them with your sword. If you get behind, though, it can get out of hand pretty quick. Fortunately, the hitbox on your sword is massive, and also, like, every time you change directions, so you can hit on both sides on one swing, and like a task will just go nuts with that, and from one slash get like 10 hits in, just from wiggling.
And the jump slash is the most damaging, like, move with the sword, right?
That I have right now, probably. I mean, this does more damage than a charge shot would, but for a single slash, the jump slash will does a lot of damage.
Okay.
Okay, and this is where we push the platform over.
Oh.
So let's just get the secret disc, which I think is the cyber elf that gives you fast charging. So I believe the speedrun uses that. Not saying this is, but we have a timer running. I think that's justification. All right, now more lava, which, like spikes, wants to kill you. Only this time it's moving.
Ooh. Yeah, this right here is the part that kept killing me.
It's not fun. Yeah, okay, so that works. That's cool. Made it to the boss. We don't have a sub-tank, but I think we'll be okay. We'll switch to this and just use the charge attack and the down stab.
Okay.
So this guy's just looking for a challenge. Each of the guys has like some different justification for why he should fight you.
Ah. I like the pseudo 3D background.
There we go. Yeah, so you can see like when you hit them with their elemental weakness. Ooh. And actually, okay, a couple things. Ooh. You cut his tail off. Some of the bosses have these different mechanics where you can actually cut his tail off with the sword so he can't use certain attacks, but then he'll grow it back or throw his mantle. And in the Zero games, if you kill a boss with a sword, they split in two like that, which is kind of cool.
And I guess they just blow up normally if you hit them with a buster at the end?
Yep, or any other, like a charge attack with a sword counts as blunt. Cool, so still rank A, so we got another EX skill, burst shot. So if I fire a charged buster shot with a heat element equipped, it explodes.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Apparently in ZX, if you kill them with a charge buster, it blows a hole in them. That's cool.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, ZX is cool. Oops. All right, so we got two more. We got fire. So actually, fire's good on water for some reason. So we'll do this stage next. This is probably my least favorite stage. It's the water stage. So it's like you're floaty, but there's spikes everywhere, and you're trying to outrun this ship. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, my replacement has a... Oh, you're going to just join us? Okay.
We have more headsets. All right, we'll switch back to the recall rod because there's some breakable blocks right here at the start.
How's it going, guys?
It's going good.
Pretty good.
It's like I was just here something.
It's better now that you're here.
Yes.
So here's our next boss. And we're chasing the Dark Elf, one of the plot points of this game.
Right. This isn't the one with that's like an underwater maze, right?
I wouldn't call it a maze, but it could feel that way, especially the first time, especially since we're trying to outrun this guy. Oh yeah, you want to do first shot. Because he's caught. The mission here is not die, to hit those buttons before he gets to them, and that'll actually lower the water level.
Oh.
And then depending on like how low the water level is, he'll tear through different parts of the stage to give you access to kind of different things.
Huh.
But I'm just gonna try not to die. Those clams, you have to turn around backwards, or they want to take you. might beat me to this next button because you gotta go left. Ah, yeah, see? And
Oh.
then the water level stays higher.
So that's somewhat similar to the fish thing from X2 if you don't like defeat it fast enough.
Yes.
And if you lower it all the way, then it tears through that, which I think gets you a different data disk. No other way to get through it. So it makes me wonder, like, when you redo these stages, if this thing spawns back. I don't think it does. So that's probably something optional. But then that's also where, like, New Game Plus can come in. Because after you beat the game, you can save, and then you can play through again with all of your EX skills.
Right.
I forget how the Cyber Elves carry over. And then the mini-boss for the stage. It's just one that's showing the Dark Elf. And kind of the whole thing with Cyber Elves is they're supposed to modify Reploids and make them stronger, and the Dark Elf is more of the best or the strongest, and so it has the most prominent effect. And this guy actually kind of looks like the boss from 0-1 after
Oh
that.
yeah, he
Well,
does.
yeah. The copy X.
Let's see. If I get close enough without hitting him, I can do the Saber Smash. We'll just use charge attacks though. Because this thing has like a huge hitbox. Oh,
Hey, it's Magna Centipede.
that,
Yeah.
All over again.
wishing I had that sub-tank drive on now.
Someone in chat is wondering if there's anything you can permanently miss in the game.
Probably, but that's, I think the justification of that is they're like, oh, you can get it on the next playthrough, because once you beat the game, you can save and start over. And
Yeah,
get the
there's,
whole thing again.
there's a few missions in all 4X0 games where if you fail a mission, it actually is a permanent fail, and then the story diverges from that path, and it changes up some of the stuff, where you have to like redo certain missions differently. And it can be frustrating, but at the same time, like some routes, you actually want to fail certain missions just so you can get through it faster.
Yeah, like 0 any percent. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
0-1 is the only one where you can fail and continue,
Yes.
which is pretty interesting. Basically, it'll give you a choice of 4 missions, and the first one that you fell on, it'll just say, okay, we're skipping you straight ahead to the attack on the base, that particular mission. So like any percent does, I think, 2 missions.
Something like that, yeah. You get to the end of the game extremely fast, but
Yeah.
then the end of the game is just really long because you don't have all the experience that you need for your saber to be really good, or your buster shot to have the charge and everything like that.
Because in that game they had experience, or the more you used it, you get
The better your weapons got and everything.
Yeah, you kind of got skill. Like you started out, you can only do 1 slash. You didn't get a double slash. You had to learn that skill.
Kind of like with Mega Man X when you don't have the dash, you get that the armor, and then the rest of the series you have that dash because you've already learned it. But yet they can never keep any of the upgrades from other weapons in other games, but they keep the dash. I don't know.
Ah, there you are. So you can see the water in the levels halfway down, and that's because of what we got. And depending on the height of the water, it gives them access to different attacks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, got it. So that was much easier because we had like Saber Smash and Elemental Weakness. We still got rank 8.
Godspeed, Edge Boy.
Yeah, so depending on your particular playstyle, you get a different name.
Is this Metal Gear?
Soul
Fox. Hey Brian, when's our Metal Gear marathon? Monday, got it. Okay. Metal Gear Mondays. Brian's done with Mega Mondays, so he's changing it up. He doesn't need it anymore.
Alright, so the last stage of the first set, Death Mantis. This guy does not have a weakness. It's probably, well, in my opinion, for me, he's the hardest of the first 4.
Okay.
Be careful, Zero.
Be careful. And this stage is covered in binds. I think seen in maybe a couple of the previous games as well. And since we've got the fire charge attack, it'll actually clear all of that out.
Yeah, you could do that in the forest in 0-2.
Yes. And it'll clear out different paths for you to take.
Okay, so I need the recall rod.
And And each of the Zero games had, I think, these really neat different like sub weapons you get. This one, the recall rod, is really just really cool.
Yeah. It's pretty satisfying to hit enemies with it too, because they kind of just like bounce.
Yeah. 04, I believe, has the chain rod.
04 has the knuckle.
The knuckle, that's right.
It kind of acts like Axel from X8, if I remember
A little
correctly.
bit. Well, that's right. 02 is the one that had the chain. You can also almost use as a grappling hook from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, because in the speedrun, there's actually, I think, 2 places that they use it to clip through the terrain, but it's like a miner's clip.
Yeah. But to the unknowing eye, it still looks cool.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it looks cool, and it is fast. And so since we've got fire, we can burn this to take this shortcut. It's just an extra life, and I think the sub-tank is in the top left, so we're gonna go get that. 'Cause I want it. Oh no, that's the next area.
I am in a similar boat, fighting Polygon team. My favorite X games would be 1, then 4, then 2. But we have the same top 3.
Let's see, what's the top 3 there? Second being, second and third, and being, oh, okay, well, X1 and X2, okay. I would say X2 is my favorite, X4 is my second favorite, and then X5 actually is my third favorite.
So here we're gonna find the baby elves, and they're kind of crying out for the dark elf. So we're going to try to use them to chase the dark elf down. That's the plan. But then they run away.
Come back.
Death Mantis is gonna catch him.
So you don't actually fight anything that room, it's just a cutscene.
Now, there is a mini boss later on. I think the stage is maybe slightly longer than the others. More story.
So those of you who don't know, the Mega Man X series was originally planned to end at X5 with Zero's sacrifice, and then the plan was after X5 was to then start working on the Zero series. Then Capcom decided they wanted to make X6, and so they actually had to end up retconning the story for Zero to match how Zero was going to look and be in this franchise. So they changed it up, but honestly, I think the changes that they made were really good because the story in 03 and 04 is just so good.
So I'm using the shield here because it does deflect projectiles. Yeah. So if I get stuck on the inside like that,
Oh.
I can kind of just point it back at it.
Wait, you're playing Gradius now?
Yeah.
Defeat the core.
Miss.
I remember this thing giving me trouble because I didn't realize you could use the shield like that.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Captain
Like this.
America. What is this, Ninja Gaiden?
So yeah, and then if you just use a shield on a regular enemy, that's pretty fun too. Turn around. Okay, so this is where we get the sub-tank. But it's kind of a tight swing. So we got to use the recall rod off that guy to the left. Oh,
Nice.
okay. That's good. Thank you,
Interesting.
thank you.
I thought it was neat.
Yeah. Normally I failed that a few times, so I feel pretty good about that.
I think it's both of us now that have had, this is going to take me forever to do it, one shot.
And now we've got a full sub-tank, so I feel much better about that. And lots of E-crystals. We'll use those in the books.
Now, are you saving those full sub-tanks for the final boss?
No, I'm going to use them as needed. Probably on most bosses.
That's not how you RPG, man.
Okay, so we'll see how this goes. He's got a couple different attacks. Some are easier to get hits in on.
Just so you guys know, this is a 72-hour marathon here at MAGFest. We are raising money for Child's Play. If you're on site, we do have a donation booth over here where the blue lights are. The guy's raising his hand. If you want to donate over there, you can. If you're at home, you can donate at Mega-Man-athon.com. It's Mega-Man-athon.com. We have prizes you can enter to win. We'll try to show those off during the interviews in between each. We have donation incentives for certain games, like Mr. Skipper here might be doing Rainbow Man stage blindfolded.
Yep.
And let's see what's going on here.
Okay.
He seems very excited.
He is. And he's got kind of a bulky hitbox. The nice thing about the sub-tank is that it doesn't use it all.
That's good.
If you don't... Okay. I don't think my sword's that big.
Nice.
So having the sub-tank makes that a lot safer. But he can jump around a bunch, or like call down the pillar and cut it up.
Supreme Edge Boy.
1,000 slashes. Oh yeah, that's from the triple rod, which is kind of cool.
So there are certain bosses that if you don't get high enough of a rank, you don't actually get their weapon.
And it's cumulative. So if you want to continue to get the EX skills, you have to maintain a certain rank. I think it's A. It might be like a certain number specifically. But since those carry over in New Game Plus, if you don't get one in your first playthrough, you can do New Game Plus, and then you've got the other skills to help you get further with a higher rank. There's also a couple consumable cyber elves that you can use to force your rank to A for a specific mission if you want to get that skill. Yeah, there's like most people just run any percent, and so rank isn't important. But there are a couple like S rank runs where they have to maintain an S rank, not necessarily 100, and those like play very differently, so they're pretty cool to watch.
Welcome to the Mega Man Show. Mega Man Show.
Okay, we'll save. So this is where, after we completed those 4 missions, we get a little bit of story. So this is checking in on Neo Arcadia. Copy X is rolling over Neo Arcadia. We killed him in the first game, but Dr. Will revived him.
Totally not confused with Dr. Wily. He's just...
Yeah, Dr. Wheel. And then there's Harpuya, one of the 4 Guardians from earlier. Kind of not happy about the whole situation. Because the truth is, Wheel is manipulating Copy X because he rebuilt him. And is just using him to get control of Omega, which we fought at the start, and hunt down the Dark Elf. For reasons we'll see at the end of the game.
I didn't see any stuttery dialogue fighting Polygon Team. So I remember he does do that in one of the games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to change the background. Now we're in space.
Now we're in space. Just change the background after every stage.
Yeah. Well, how about this? After each stage, chat can pick a number between 0 and 20, and we'll switch it.
Okay. Chat, you guys have a job to do.
All right, we're on the missile. Oh, we're in the base.
So with the Zero series, after every so many missions you have, there will be like an emergency mission that you have to do. So you got to do this kind of like, it's kind of like a mid stage, something like that. You got to do before you can go on to the next set of stages. And sometimes they're timed, sometimes they're just like crazy music like this one is, but. Now I might have missed earlier. Have you already gone to Volcano or?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no! You can get it. I believe in you. Got it.
Oh my god.
That's totally speedrun tech.
Yes, we're doing all cards now.
All cards.
I think I missed a few. They're shooting me.
It is just happy shooting at you. It's awkward.
So you're not using any of the cyber doors, right?
Nah, so it's like, because going in them does lower your rank slightly, and it's more beneficial the more cyber elves you have, and I've not actually read any of the secret discs. We'll do it later on, probably after this. now that I've got more, and we'll equip a couple of them and see what they do.
I think the Cyber Rails are what really kind of helped make the Zero series really unique compared to the other ones because they had so many functionalities that were really, really beneficial.
Yeah, especially like in 3, they do a lot of different stuff. I think it changes a little bit each game, getting more and more refined.
3 and 4 were fairly close together, if I remember correctly, as far as like how well refined they were.
Could be. I know 4 like was more focused on using the glove to take parts from enemies.
I think 4 was also had the weather focus
Yeah.
that none of the rest of the series had.
Which is cool. So that number 21 is a good one. I think anyway. Somewhere around here.
I'd say it's a Xerox copy. Oh, come on now. Copy Xerox.
Okay, so now we're gonna just jump on the rocket.
Like you do.
Because why not?
Why not? I mean, X did it in X2.
True. Only this one we're not gonna bust her down. It's a little bigger.
It's a little bit bigger.
So there's an annoying enemy here that like drops down in front of me. Take this. Yeah, that purple time. I get hit by every single one of those. Let's use this.
And it doesn't use up any energy to use the shield all the time either.
Yeah, so it's nice.
Oh no, second stage.
Okay, so now we gotta keep on the rocket as it's blasting apart.
What is this, Sonic the Hedgehog?
Since the subtap's full.
I can't remember, is this stage timed or is it just depending on your position?
Yeah, it's a trigger.
Okay.
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
It was worth it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Cool set piece.
Okay. So this boss, now we actually fight the baby elves because they've been converted to wheels. And it's kind of a cool fight because they share a health bar, and I think they each maybe have a different elemental weakness. They're color coded, and they got some cool like combo attack patterns. And since there's 2 of them, then you can do like that trick where you spin around with the charge slash, and while one's got iframes, you can hit the other. Which I missed my charge.
Oh Jesus.
And now
Don't
it's,
worry, I'm not sick.
Slightly larger. We need a vitamin C wizard up here.
Oh, I think I have like 4 in my pocket.
Okay.
No, the downside of MAGFest is the air in here is so dry that it just makes your throat just dry and itchy from it.
Okay, so the rocket's crashing.
Oh no.
No big deal.
Oh, okay.
Zero's fine. He's probably been through worse.
I mean, he's had a couple rough days.
No EX skill for that fight. So they launched the rocket because it had Omega on it and they knew where the Dark Elf was. So now they've got Omega and the Dark Elf. And they're gonna fuse right here.
Oh no. Oh my god. No, the wizard's blessing me.
Like,
The Vitamin C wizard has blessed us once again.
Yeah. So now Omega bought the DLC and he got the shiny armor.
Oh man, he put in the code at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
It's cheating.
You gonna mash text for me?
He's got a...
I appreciate that.
You can do it, Skipper. It's not mashing.
Yeah, this is a co-op
Why
right
are
now.
you using your full thumb?
So this is Harpolia is upset because Dr. Will launched a missile into Neo Arcadia, so kind of took out a few humans, and they're not too happy about that. Omega's trying to stop Zero since we're wounded because we just landed in a rocket, but we're going to get transported out just in time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's hear it for Skipper, guys.
That was some good match. Please don't do anything that crazy ever again. I'll think about it. Sure, you can save it. Seal's very excited to save her data.
She's like, why would you do that? I'll let you save.
There's Copy X. He hacked into our communications. Kind of some of the plot of the first two games is that there's an energy crisis, and so Seal's using cyber elf research to try and find an alternative form of energy.
Right.
She figures it out, and the arcade is like, "Give it to us," and she's like, "No." And they're a little upset, so now they're going to attack us. And this is the whole: your base is under attack, you need to defend it.
Right.
Which was a lot more direct in the first game because you actually fought in your base. So now we got 3 missions. And the interesting thing about these is these are bosses that are repeats from, I think, the first game.
Yeah, I recognize the Anubis guy.
Yeah, so we're gonna do, I think, the monkey first.
Yep, I remember this stage.
Yeah. So it's another one where we can use the heat element to burn the background. Oh, which actually, there is a thing back here. The secrets are always to the left.
Yeah.
Always. Now I forget, do you get guaranteed elf drops from certain enemies, or do you just have to like get lucky with which one drops what?
I'm pretty sure it's a kill count,
Okay.
because I think that was routed out whenever they were looking at all cards. Let's see if I can get back up there. We'll have to go back up.
Because I'm guessing you need that elf.
Maybe. I don't know. I just want it.
Oh, okay.
See, that was the second one. It contains the story. I gotta know what happens. So this has got switches, and you can stand on it, and it temporarily pushes it back, or you can use these cubes, and they'll just sit on it.
Puzzles in my Mega Man game.
Only from Inti Creates. Now it looks like it also changes what which paths you take as well. So.
Kinda. Most of them just loop back. Because the other one will like exit right there.
Right.
Didn't make it.
Oh, right, background change. Somebody wants background 17.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Can you do that while he's been running?
If I pause. 17. Oh, this is like the felt one.
It's a quilt. Oh, the pink bars on the top and bottom kind of throw me off a little bit.
Well, there was a disc down there, but we're not gonna get that one.
It's the best camera angle we can get. Twitch, Miho, Maijo.
This one. Let's see. Because you gotta jump off that side.
Nice.
And there's another sub tank. So now we got 2. That's good. One of these has a disc on the other side. I don't think it's this one. Oh, it is. A mechanic where you have to stand still and you get shot at. Oh, it's up there.
Oh.
Yes, 2 of those.
Let's check to see if we have any more donations coming in here. No, we're still a little dry right now.
So that was that stage. A lot of focus on the mechanics, especially with the recoil rod.
So this guy was in 0-1?
Yeah,
Yep.
he actually attacks your base. So I think you fight him even if you do like the any percent route. And he kind of just like throws a temper tantrum. But it makes it really easy to hit him. So the tiny monkeys, I think if they latch onto you, will explode.
Oh. I do like how the Zero games ration out your E-tanks, unlike the X games.
Yeah,
Yes.
very much quality of life, especially since your health bar kind of varies a bunch. It starts out very small, but then probably here soon it's going to get a little bit bigger. Oh, split heavens. That's the other good move, actually.
Well, we got a special guest on site. We got
Hey.
Master Joe over there. One of the original Heat members.
You have to equip the skills.
The famous man who played X7 for us twice, 2 years in a row.
Isn't that Hutch's job now?
No.
So we're gonna go to Servo, and he analyzes the secret disc, and this is how you get like the rewards from it. Yeah, like so 001, that was the auto charge head chip. So this is the different equipment that you can get, and they have different effects. Jump on water. And then some of these are just bits of lore. So I can't remember which is which, so we're just gonna open them all. And then this is some of the cyber elves. These first ones are like recovery.
They're like loot boxes.
They're deterministic. Some of them just heal you. I think a couple of them actually become sub-tanks if you upgrade them. Animals augment your abilities. So this one will prevent you from falling into a pit to your death. So that's cool.
So it's like beat.
A little bit, except for, so some of these, like, if you feed them amount, they'll
That's a
level
charge
up. And they'll like either become permanent upgrades or they'll have more charges to be used.
Now, this is one of the ones where it makes your rank A for that particular mission.
Yep.
Oh, and then some energy crystals. So that'll be handy. Hey, it's Omega.
It's Omega. You just got Omega.
Yeah, he's mine now.
If only it were that easy.
Oh, it's one of the baby elves. So I think
Never looks into the bestiary.
yeah. So like every enemy in the game is here. And I'm pretty sure all of these are just like if you kill enough of them, you'll get the drop.
Okay.
But the rest of them are like the equipment and stuff. Those are in crates.
There's actually going to be a Mega Man Zero Complete Works book. They had one a couple years ago, but it went out of stock. They're re-releasing it, I think, in February. It'll be coming back out. Yes, exactly what Professor Nine said. There's a reprint by Udon. Those are really good books. If you like art books and you like Mega Man series, the Udon Complete Works art books are fantastic.
So yeah, see, this one can become a sub-tank. So L1 means you have to upgrade them one time before you can use it. The circle means you can switch it from F for fusion to A for active. And the active ones you can equip as a satellite, which we want this guy. So like if you turn him into a satellite, there's a penalty if you fuse with them, but if you use them as a satellite, there's no penalty. So now we get the faster charge with no penalty to the rank. And then for satellite 1, we'll take this guy so he can't fall in a pit. And so they've all got different effects. Some of them will shoot enemies for you. Others will like scatter health. And then if you upgrade it, it just does it more effectively.
I think it's this guy right here who's going to be doing the Mega Man DOS. later on.
The greatest Mega Man game of all time.
But we are gonna fuse with one of these. So this doubles your vitality. So a lot of the bosses, they've had like the double health bar that was blue. So now we do as well. So we got twice as much health. So that helps a lot. So we'll run with this. Yeah. And we'll do this guy. I really like him in 0-1 just because of the particular boss strat that you can do against him. Although it works differently in this one because of how this shield and the sword interact. So we just use the normal elemental weakness.
Three DOS was your first Mega Man game? I am so sorry.
That's setting a low bar.
That game is awful.
Auto charge is nice. And we can jump on water, which is relevant, I think, for this stage, yeah. So there's a lower path and a higher path. And since we can jump on water, we can just easily get to this path.
I can do that in Mega Man X2. I just had to jump on that.
Yeah. It's a little easier in this one, at least with the chip. If I can get up this without getting shot. There we go. Oh yeah, and if an enemy gets knocked into another one, they take damage. Forgot about that.
Friendly fire. Once again, thank you guys for being here. This is the Mega Man-athon here at MAGFest, raising money for Child's Play. If you're local, you can help donate at the blue lighting over here on the side of the stage. Alternatively, if you're at home, you can donate at megamanathon.com. We have prizes, we have donation incentives going on all weekend long, 72 hours. Everything that is donated goes to Child's Play. It is a wonderful charity. Be sure to help out. We have a $20,000 goal, I believe, this year.
Yep.
So we're just trying to see if we can hit that. And welcome to the Mega Man Show.
Let's go.
I keep wanting to say the Mega Man-athon show. Let's go anyway.
I just realized I don't think the stage has a mini boss. Of course, I guess these don't.
They didn't have mini bosses in the first one, so.
Well, it's a different stage. But that is true.
True.
That's satisfying.
We will do background change if you throw out a number.
Yep, give us
Oh,
a
yeah,
number
yeah.
for background change
It's been a
between
stage.
0 and 20. And we will change it to that number at the end of every stage, if we remember.
Yeah, we're due one, so if you just, the next person to say a number.
15.
Perfect time. Oh, it's the
Red
Pokemon
one.
one, yeah. Thing.
I was thinking of that as the Battle Network.
Battle Network 4, oh yeah. Okay, so let's see. This guy's ice, so obviously fire.
What? I would never have known.
Ooh, I forgot. The charged up recoil rod staggers most bosses. I don't know if it requires their weakness or not.
Oh man, now he's like Airman.
Yeah. So this, like, if you get these put on you, you're slower and you can't really jump.
So, Magnet Centipede. We're
Yeah.
back to the other games again.
I didn't put spikes on the floor, which I guess just frees you. I'll get out of here eventually.
And into another one.
There we go. He jumped into it. But I like that guy. I think that fight's kind of fun. But it helps now that we have twice as much health and take things a little more loosely. And you can see since we fused with one Cyber Elf, permanent 5-point penalty.
So you're no longer Supreme Edgeman.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't like doesn't follow the canon of all the other games is Battle Network. That's an alternate universe, right?
Yeah. I think they're just like, we're not sure how to fit this in. Split it. So now we're in the desert.
The desert stages are always, I want to say, the worst in the Zero series.
Yeah, I know in the first one it's pretty annoying. You end up going back to it so many times. It's also the stage that has the escort mission. That might be why I dislike it.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. Ah, the bombs. Bye, Master Joe.
I'm pretty sure if you fall in the quicksand all the way, it kills you, but you can sink down very far.
Right.
So this stage, I guess, kind of has a mini boss.
Graphic quality of that mini boss is nice.
Yeah, they got some nice looking sprites in the Zero series.
Oops, I missed. Oh, no, he's dead. I'm sinking.
Can you actually die during the cutscene?
I don't know. It might not last long enough for you to go all the way down.
That would be hilarious.
Let's see, if I can get health, I could actually use it to probably fill up a whole sub-tank. Oh, I have
You
two
forgot
health bars.
You forgot that you had another health bar.
Well, that works.
Well, here's your farm.
Yeah.
How many Riploids fit in a helicopter?
1, 2, 20, 30, 35. I think at that point we'd say the answer is yes.
More than 7. That's as high as I can count. Oh, multi-hit. Okay.
Nice.
I think it knocked one of the people that jumped out back into the plane.
That's even better. Frame perfect one shot.
Okay. So here's Anubis.
Yay, Anubis.
He's very similar to from 01, but they gave him a lot more nicer animations.
Right.
Like
He's much smaller now too, if I remember correctly.
maybe the coffin attack is also pretty nice.
It's so weird that he's weak to ice.
All of these weaknesses are weird. We're in the desert. What should we use? Ice. All right. Oh, I missed. Oh.
I feel like they sort of locked down that elemental system really early on in the series and then just sort of had to,
Stuck
like,
with
yeah,
Oh, we can't change it now.
yeah.
I'm glad that doesn't insta-kill me. He's off screen, but I cut him in two.
I'm not sure, Peter. Not sure what the question is. What's the difference between CGA and EGA graphics?
That is the incentive for Mega Man DOS. You get to choose which graphics mode I use.
Oh.
EGA is like 16 colors and CGA is 4 colors.
Ooh.
And those 4 colors are magenta, pink, white, and black.
I like Prof's description.
It's slightly less ugly.
So the EX skill we got for that one is actually pretty cool. Maybe I'll show off a couple of these. This one, I was thinking of something else. Skims the ground. There's one that makes the shield circle you, I'm pretty sure.
Like circle you without you having to like
Yeah.
dance around it.
So this one just goes
Oh,
along
I
the
see.
ground.
I see.
Just cool. What else we got? And then, yeah. So the Buster Shot changes with ice and.
Ooh,
does
that's
that.
fun.
Yeah, and then for heat, it explodes after a certain distance. Don't get too much use of that. Oh, and then I guess the recoil rod's the only other one we've not seen. Yeah, and I don't know if that triggers iframe. You can do it forever. But like the best combo is still just split heavens into whatever this one was called.
It's very much an X4 combo.
Hard to do. All right, next mission. So now that we did those three, now we're gonna go fight Copy X.
Okay.
Because Neo Arcadia is trying to attack us, so counterattack.
The bass is so deep in this music for this stage. I never realized that before. My head is vibrating.
That poor little Game Boy Advance speaker, you can't get very good bass out of it.
Nope.
All right, let's see. Let's get the gun.
Donations. Nope. Nothing from the table.
So you could actually get crushed between that.
Oh no.
So like if the spikes don't kill you, the ground will.
Wait a minute. Are we now back in Magnet Centipede stage?
Sure.
Because of all the. Hey, we're looking at him and.
I didn't die. Okay.
Nice.
And then every time you go through those, it summons these guys, which they look intimidating, but they're really not.
Looks like you
Some
just
more
dash
intimidating.
past most of them.
Yeah. Or you just like farm them for health. That's a bit wasteful. But they do go off eventually, but like the window is so small, that it's just as easy to ignore them.
Chad is asking you to fight Phantom, but I think it's because you're doing an 80%, so not really.
Oh yeah, I was planning on it, but he's in a later stage. Like the only way to fight Phantom, who's the fourth Guardian, the only one we've not seen, is to use one of those Cyber Elf doors. Yeah, 42.
It's the perfect one.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh,
Oh, we don't have 42 frames.
there we go.
This headset's falling off my head.
Yeah, they're a little smaller this year.
I'm gonna die here. Okay.
Oh!
Gotta be careful not to accidentally press up and go in the door.
I think it's funny how they made unique graphics for diagonal spikes.
Wow.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Finally, a Mega Man game with diagonal spikes.
It's what I was missing in my life. Oh. It's just rude.
It's so rude.
Oh, you know what I should have done? Used an E-tank and then picked it up. The strats. I don't like where I am right now.
Jeez. I was playing with fire right there.
I am heat element. I'm not gonna get that one.
Nah, it's okay.
He's in the worst spot. How'd I get past this?
Oh my god.
Oh, I guess they're resistant to fire. I forgot. Like enemies have weaknesses, some have resistances as well. I think.
Into Creates loves spikes. This is,
They do.
it's just fact. If they can fit spikes in the game, they will.
Oh, so this getting up can sometimes get awkward. You get stuck between two of them, and then you just wall jump from one to the other.
Oh, so your hitbox is one tile wide?
Maybe. I'd check it, but I don't want to die. I believe that you could probably get crushed there.
We can probably get Matt Papa to confirm whether or not Into Creates loves spikes or not.
So here's Copy X. This is actually a pretty cool fight because it uses like the X armor and a lot of those abilities.
The Falcon armor from X4 was actually supposed to be the final armor for the X franchise. You're almost dead.
Man, I got so much health.
You do.
Alright, so and he's switching elements. So what's good on fire? Lightning.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and he's got an E-tank too.
X, come on, man. He's now ice.
Oh. I should switch to fire. I think he's changing. The green, I don't know if it's got a weakness. I think it's just like light.
Looked like you were doing pretty good damage there.
Oh, nice. The saber smash. And so it's like, he's like, oh, but this isn't even my final form, except Dr. Wheel planted an explosive. And so when he tries to transform, it does not go as planned.
Wheel has placed a
That's
trap
some
on your body.
weird profile picture.
Hey, Tterraj, what's up, man?
Hey, it's Tterraj Geek, who was supposed to be here to do Mega Man 4. Wounded Edgeman. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, we got the quick foot ship. Reflect laser. That one's actually kind of fun. We'll equip it.
The Sofa Squad. Shoulder hurts.
So this was intentional. Now Dr. Will's saying, it's like, oh no, someone killed Copy X. I guess I'm the leader of Neo Arcadia now.
Oh, okay.
We planned this all along. And if you've been paying attention throughout the game, the moon has actually been going from no moon to a complete solar eclipse.
I did not notice that.
Yep. Throughout the stages,
cool.
the moon slowly becomes a more eclipsed.
Neat.
Well, that's cool. Expected half-empty E-tanks was not disappointing.
Right. Welcome to the Mega Man show. There's Mr. Spikes guy right there himself. Mr. Matt Papa.
I'll save your data. Oops. So now we've got 4 more missions, and this is just doing research on Dr. Wheel. I don't know that the order really matters. Let's just do Foxtar. This is Renamon.
Oh, what's gonna be our next
Oh
frame?
yeah, the number.
Number frame number. Welcome to the Game Boy Player Frame Show. 4. Skip, let's go to 4.
Forget, I think the lower numbers are like solid colors.
Some of them.
Silver. Gold.
One of the two.
Definitely gold. We'll switch to. So with lightning and these poles here, so those are moths, and if you activate the generator, they get attracted to the light.
Okay, that's a stage gimmick. I thought I set a dark setting on the Game Boy player or something.
No. Yeah.
Skipper, look what you did.
I can't see anything now.
Give lamp, brother. Skipper, what did you do? This is good. Love the music in the Zero series.
Yeah.
It's just a shame the Game Boy Advance can't do very high quality like samples. It's like they did a version of the Zero, like the whole series OST with like better instrument, like more high quality instruments, and it sounds awesome.
I believe that's the official soundtracks. They actually have the original, like disc 1 is like the original GBA version, disc 2 is like the full sound version.
I've heard some of the remastered songs, and they're pretty good.
Yeah. I love the arrangement albums, the official arrangement albums like Telos.
Oh yeah.
So good.
So there's something weird with the hitboxes and a charged buster shot. It kind of just goes through both sides, because you got to knock those in to power the generator. Okay.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we do not have the DS collection of the Zero series.
Unfortunately, the DS collection is actually easier than the individual games by themselves. They actually, like, if you play 1 through 4 full, it's actually easy mode.
Yeah, if you do, like, there's a scenario mode where you can play the game and it starts you out with all of the abilities. So kind of if you want to just, like, play through the story or whatever.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. But then I think you can still play each game individually in the original kind of.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I missed. Just getting the timing to like line up.
Right.
Did they turn off the screen cameras? Looks like it.
For the TVs inside, it's just game now.
Okay.
Oh, well. Oh, well. We'll never know who that was. Oh, this section. There's something to the left.
Physics.
Physics is going to kill me. Did you have to like stand on the edge to tilt it down to get past some of these spikes?
Oh,
We'll get the next one.
That's scary.
Yeah. Okay. And just for a little extra height, we'll use the recoil rod to get over that.
A little extra safety there.
Oh. I can't get it. There we go. The recoil rod makes him turn around. I was trying to get the electric attack, but I was too close to the edge.
Honestly, yeah, I think that if you really like the Mega Man franchise and you want one that has a bit more story and in-depthness to it, I highly recommend the Zero series. They're so good.
Yeah, I think they play well.
They play really well. I cannot stop speaking so highly of them. It's kind of like Battle Network had just come out as well around the same time, so we were finally having two different parts of the franchise taking off rather than just the classic series and the Zero or the X series.
Right.
So we were finally getting more content to the name Mega Man. So it came in at the right time.
And they were both for my favorite console, the Game Boy Advance.
Yes. But that's not a console, it's a handheld.
Fair enough. Something that plays video games.
Whoa.
Oh, you were gonna iframe jump that, weren't you?
Nah, I need to be one higher.
Literally the only downside to the Zero series is the GBA screen size. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's a problem for every GBA game, so it's not really its fault.
Yeah. Oh no.
All right.
Slow strats.
You're back. Okay. Now we have a lot of health.
Ooh. Oh man, the Mega Man based GBA port was
It's bad.
it already made a difficult game more difficult.
Oh, forever.
That's how I first played the game.
I'm so sorry.
Same. That's the only version I have.
Yeah, thankfully now I have a repro card on the SNES.
This is Renamon.
Nice.
Nice.
Gotta use the special moves. Very satisfying. That was like a power plant, and they took it over in the middle of an energy crisis because they were trying to, since they don't have CL's energy system. All right, double jump. That's useful. It's all changed. I don't know what that does. To basically power up Omega further to do something soon.
That bass, though. Jeez. Well, it's pretty heavy for you guys, too. It's actually kind of surprising.
Is this the one with Blizzard the Cack Tank or whatever it's called?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the stage.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fun stage and boss.
This is my favorite song.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh my god.
so we're gonna go for
Snowboarder
a
boy
ride.
over there.
See ya.
It's been so long since I've played 03 that I completely forgot about all that.
There. And I forget what this is, but I think I like it. 03.
003.
That's probably quick charge.
Just remind everybody once again, this is Mega Man-athon number 7.
Yep.
We are raising money for Child's Play. You can donate here locally at our donation station, right by the blue lights along the wall here, or you can donate online at megamanathon.com. We have prizes we have to give away. There's different buy-ins for them, so check them out on our website to see what prize you can get for donating a certain amount. We also have donation incentives for different games, including Mega Man Unlimited. We have a blindfolded Rainbow Man stage playthrough potentially to go through.
It's $500.
$500 complete, not just one donation, but like over time, if we have enough people donate total $500 towards that incentive,
Yeah.
he will do it blindfolded. It's a wonderful little charity. We've done this for the past 7 years here at MAGFest. If you're watching at home, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate having you. If you're watching here locally, we appreciate you just as much, if not more. Yeah, so we're still going here with 03, and then I think, what do we have next after this?
Mega Man 9.
Mega Man 9.
The best Mega Man game.
I think we have Mr. Matt Papa from Into Creates doing that run, so that's going to be good. We have a lot of good games going on this year. This is our last Mega Man-athon, but next year we'll be doing MAGFest, which is the same thing but with less Mega Man, more just games going fast, which is going to be, I think, personally, even better than before.
Play more Sonic.
Yeah, more Sonic. I can actually do Ninja Gaiden.
Gotta go fast.
You had a pretty high place in the record board for Ninja Gaiden, didn't you?
Not really, no.
No?
If I want to be higher up than 50th rank, you have to have sub 13. I'm 13, 8.
Does that not have anything?
No, it's still been pretty dry for a while. Yep.
Strange.
I think they have to approve them over there at the mod station.
Gotcha.
This guy has some nice pants.
They haven't been sending them to the front.
Oh. Oh, I forgot I have this now. That's a cool move.
Here's taking in a town with that.
There we go. Ooh. The uppercut.
He's kind of like
Almost sure you can.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Bounce Man from Mega Man 11.
A little bit.
I still haven't played all of that game, so I need to.
It's a very good game.
Orbit Shield, there it is.
Okay. Let me see here. we go. Hey, we have a couple donations we can read now.
Hey.
All right, so we got $13 from Peter DA. This is the best marathon of all time, $13. Rogue with an X in the middle of it donated $25. Said keep up the great work. We've got $20 from Vin. Says the Mega Man community is great. Feels good to finally be able to donate some money towards a great goal. Tabby donated $25. And then Anonymous donated $25 saying, this is gold. Glad I randomly found the Mega Man-athon. Welcome to the Mega Man show.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Such wonderful comments. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, that one. Oh, what did this? So yeah, now I think if I've used the shield, it will. No, I guess you can't hit both of them. Press up.
Oh, background 12? You got it, buddy.
Background 12.
What's this one? It's...
Oh, so this one's cool. If you could see more of it, it's kind of like hieroglyphics of
Ooh,
different
GameCube controllers. Yeah.
Fun. Is there a way to view them without the game screen? Like, at all?
No idea. Time to go on an adventure.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're basically just not meant to see the very middle.
Correct.
Okay. I remember this. This is the library, right?
Yeah.
I hated this stage.
Yeah. It's got the most RNG, I think, in the Sweden, maybe. I still can't figure out how to get this shield to go around me. Maybe you have to be normal. Down.
Down. Ring. Hey, we did it.
Ah.
Electrified water.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
It happens every now and then,
I like this little gimmick with the turtles. That's fun.
yeah. Yeah.
Music though.
Yeah, it's very ominous.
Very jamming.
So you can see like why the water's electrified.
Hmm.
I'm guessing you take a lot of damage with the electricity in the water, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Not too
instant
much.
kill.
It's not.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be very mean if it was.
Yeah, because there's like a long section at the end,
Ooh, yeah, that really hurts though. I'd say you're gonna die. First time of the run.
Have I not died yet? Oh,
No, you haven't. I don't think you died once.
that's amazing. That's the power of subtanks.
Power of marathon luck.
So what you're supposed to do here is read the console, and it'll tell you the 4 things that you have to find, and you pick one, and it shows you where it is, and you look at the color of the doors to remember how to do it. But if you notice, there was 9 doors in that image.
Yep.
So once we get to the actual room, which will take a minute.
I believe, Jason, that is correct. That if you donate $25, you basically enter to win everything. Unless you have to specifically choose which donated prize you enter to win, but 25 gets you entered to win the grand prize, which includes a Nintendo Switch and both Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 and Mega Man X Legacy Collection, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 and Mega Man 11.
So if you've never played Mega Man before, it's a good way to get into the series.
Yeah.
So we're in the room now.
Yeah, so it's like from the top, there's not 9 doors. So there's actually only 8 that it could possibly be, the 8 in the middle.
But you have to match up which
Clever.
ones are.
So we just go in all 8 doors. And in the speed run, I think they just hope that the first 4 they go into are the right ones. So this was nothing.
See, I had first time when I played this, I had no idea what was going on, so I just went in every single door.
Yeah. Which I think some of the rooms have health drops and other items in it, so it's not bad. Like, ooh.
Okay.
So this is one of the boss stages. And so whichever is the last room you find him in is the one you actually fight him in. So hopefully I'm going to try and like fight him in one that doesn't have spikes.
Oh, okay.
Match the color code you've seen.
Nearly at $400 already? Awesome.
This is a good start. Okay, so I want to come back to this room. Because that's the one with nothing in it. So like in this mission in particular, they give you, I think, most of the backstory.
So you can fight him in a room with a little chunk on the edge like that? That's interesting.
Yeah, and then there's one more. Maybe only one of them has spikes, I guess that's the case. And then this one where it's like platforms on both sides. Come over down.
Okay. Yeah, there's a similar thing in 02 in the Phoenix stage.
Oh, yeah.
When you have to destroy all the things. And the last room is where you fight him.
Yeah, and then they have like different amounts of vents on the floor that the
Yeah.
lava comes through. Alright, so I think this is it. Volt steel. And so he's underwater, but he's also electric, so I think his weakness is probably ice.
Yeah, the super like world record run times rely heavily upon RNG manipulation in the Zero series, so they can actually determine exactly which doors are going to be what.
Oh, can they? It's like, I think the RNG starts on a particular thing, but depending on how they play through the stage, maybe they can get it consistently at the same one.
Yeah, the way the RNG manipulation in the Zero series is just really weird in general. Lightning edge! Oh no!
I know for bosses, like if you've got a completed file, subsequent playthroughs you can hold start to skip some of the cutscenes and those boss cutscenes. If you skip it, it resets the RNG to what the level value would be, so you can fight the boss exactly the same regardless of how the level goes. But you have to memorize the pattern and then have like the same setup and everything.
I see.
So I've never like practiced or learned the actual speedrun out for this. I kind of just like watched one or a few and followed the general route. But at this point, once you get some sub tanks and twice the vitality, it's not so bad.
This is the stage with the elevators, if I
Yes.
remember correctly? Okay.
Okay, so let's see. There's one thing up here. I need you to use your head. There we go.
Nice.
I love how you can double jump out of a dash jump.
Yeah, okay.
That's fun.
And this guy, I only found this on my last playthrough.
Whoa!
Oh no!
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh, you can get him back. Okay.
yeah. Maybe I should double jump and then do the thing. Okay.
There we go.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was a hidden one.
I definitely did not find that when I played this. This is a good song too. I like this song.
Zero 04 has probably my favorite song of the entire franchise, though.
Which one is that?
Falling Down.
Oh, is that the final boss?
Yep.
Okay.
It's really good.
Everybody who's played Zero 04 is like, yep, Falling Down, best song. I know a lot of people preferred Departure from Zero 2. I think I'd say my favorite from Zero 3 is Volcano. Oh, jeez.
All right then.
Straight ahead is really good. I won't deny that straight ahead is not. I will not say it's bad. Area 4? Area 0? That's a pretty good one. Cannonball is another good one from 03, that's right. I always forget about Cannonball. I think I still like Volcano more than Cannonball. I think it's just a personal preference.
Oops.
Area 0, that's where CL in the beginning of 04, right? They made camp in Area 0 because it's like the safest place.
I believe so.
Yeah. I think I like that one because it's nice and calm, but as far as like the pace, like for the really fast-paced actiony ones, I gotta go Falling Down.
Very easy to get
I'm
gamed up on.
distracting Tterraj so hard right now.
Oh no. And then you get a mini boss and oh, I missed. So normally the recoil rod knocks him back, but apparently if you're ice, it just frees him in place. I didn't know that. No, I didn't. Alright, all those special moves. So the recoil rod's good, because some of the guys that drop down have those shields, and then you can kind of just push them off.
Z-Saber, we will find out when we get there. We got like a little bit for that. That happens a little bit, right? We're not even near the end of the game, are we?
So this is the last of these 4, and then I think I've got 2 finals. I got a final stage, and then I got refights, and then actual final. Or I guess the actual final is after the refights.
You don't fight.
Right.
You don't fight the Rainbow Devil in this, do you?
No.
No, that's in 2.
It's either 2 or 4. I don't remember.
That was a good arm. Well, it's got reach. Just like this section because there are spikes. I forget where.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to slide down the walls in the 0 games.
Yeah, because I think it's the next one. Double jump helps there.
I forgot they had a double
Just
jump.
like, see, look at that.
Yeah.
That's just me. Alright, we made it. No more
Yay.
spikes. One and 2.
Is there any upgrades you can get to make spikes not lethal?
Elves.
Yes, there's actually
Okay.
Cyber Elf. It says like make lethal traps non-fatal, or something. Make dangerous traps non-lethal.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right, let's see. What's the guy?
Rainbow Devil is in 1 or 2.
Oh my gosh, he's so big.
Usually these big bosses aren't that difficult, but
Looks like he has a smaller hitbox is the problem.
Yeah, I can't hit him. What's my special attacks? Alright, maybe we'll just like charge attack. Let's see. I think the gun does much. Oh yeah, and I got the laser on. Nice one. Whoa! I've not seen him use the sword. I thought he just like kind of shoulder bashed it. Oh, I forgot. I think the recoil rod actually staggers him. Shit.
oh,
That's fun. Oh, and sometimes you can do this.
oh, that's cool.
We're a little claustrophobic.
Freaking Voltron stuff right there.
Yeah. There's like Cerberus or something close to it.
Oh, well, yeah. Lightning Warrior, man, your ranks are going down. Your codename's going down.
Kill Harry.
Is that saying transfer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Transfer. God, it's trying as hard as the GBA.
If you ever watch one of those GBA movies, you know how bad the audio quality for voice samples is.
So Harpuya, back when the missile crashed and Omega tried to kill us and we teleported away, has been recovering in here. A little bitter about that, accepting help from someone else, but they're like, all right, let's go fight him.
Well, shout outs to the Electman cosplay in the audience. It's rad, super rad.
Nice.
Welcome to the Mega Man Show.
Well, let's go. Okay, let's see. That's pretty much everything. So no, they've analyzed the data. Oh. So I can't select the mission, I have to talk to CL. She's gotta tell us the story first.
Gotta get that lore.
Yeah, so everything that we got from the library, some of it was garbled up, and now they've got the full translation here. And essentially that was Omega from 200 years ago, and then X and Zero fought Omega and the Dark Elf. Most things got wiped out and the war ended. 90%, 60%.
60% of all humans.
That's a lot.
That's 60%.
Yeah, about. And so Will's trying to do that again. Oh, and so at this point, those two are actually being mind controlled because the whole deal with getting Omega and the Dark Elf and powering it up with the CL system, which you didn't get, is that somehow now the Cyber Elves can not just modify Reploids but control them, and since Omega's got the Dark Elf, they kind of just amplified that and broadcast it out. Now they can control remotely all the different Reploids, including the ones in the base. So that was his plan. So now he's like, I control the world. Which looks pretty bad. But the original X, who now only exists as a Cyber Elf, can protect this area.
So is a Cyber Elf like a Reploid's angel or something like that? Like a dead Reploid's angel?
I don't know.
That's an interesting theory.
I don't know.
I'd never thought about that before.
Because it's like, you only ever see him as these sprite things, but in certain images elsewhere, I guess like also in 01, CL has like a Cyber Elf protecting her, and she revives Zero at the very start. It shows you, it's like, it looks kind of like a tiny robot fairy. But I don't know. It's magic.
Hey, listen.
Let's see. Oh, I think this is the stage that I need to go through the Cyber Elf door. So you get to see what that's like, which is pretty cool. Because this has got the extra. So whenever you go through one of these, all of the elves that you've collected that can fuse, do fuse. And so now we've got like more health and all the different passives and powers. Let's see. Oh, and because this cart is link traded with Battle Network 4, so you trade over Battleship and it gets one, and then in the cyber world, all of the enemies get replaced with Battle Network enemies.
Oh, fun.
Which is mostly just B-tanks. Alright. Right. We need the recoil rod, I think. I'm kind of low on energy. I guess with everything else I got. So there's an area up here, and only in the cyber world does that boss door appear. Otherwise, this room just has the disc in it. And so here's Phantom, one of the 4 Guardians from the first game, and he was the only one committed enough to his cause to actually fight you to the death, which is why he's not in the other games. But he also has shield boomerang.
Kind of like Shadow Man.
Yeah, a bit.
Oh yeah, and the real one is slightly more visible.
Right.
I haven't fought this guy in a long time.
I remember having a lot of trouble with him when I fought him in the 02.
Thankfully, I have all of the Cyber Elves backing me up. And he doesn't explode in this one, but in 01 when you fight him, he actually explodes. And then he gives you an equipment there that is basically all of the foot chips combined, which is pretty cool.
All right, it's Doisum.
Oh, hey, Dyson. I want to Oh, I don't know. Okay. Double tap dashes?
Can you turn that off?
Maybe.
I think they call it command dash.
Now he's outside of the Cyber Elf world.
Okay.
Back
Well, one death. I just wanted my health back. It's fine. I remembered as I was falling. Okay. And like with the laser, oh, it's not charged. It'll like bounce around and kill enemies, which is pretty cool. The speedrun actually uses that. It's a lot more impressive though, at the speed that they use it.
Oh, it started in 04? Okay. So I guess you can't turn it off.
The option to turn it off is only in 4?
It started in 4, apparently.
What started?
The ability to turn off the double tap dash.
Okay.
It's an untimed speedrun, as far as I know. Unless it's actually timed.
It's got a time. That makes it officially a speedrun.
It does. So the answer is yes, this is a speedrun.
So this is where Omega was, but Will saw us coming and panicked and ran away. And now he's going to send a couple baby elves to fight us. I don't know. Like his army, I guess, is losing steam.
This is 3. That is correct.
I missed. Laser. There. Like get them both in the middle and get the down slash. I think you can't up slash when you have a charge. Maybe that's what's happening. And they were never seen again. So now I think it's the final stage, which is refights immediately into final boss fight.
Oh no,
Okay.
B.
Yeah.
It's your first B.
Well, it's because we went through the door and we died.
And we died, that's
So,
right.
We've got all the EX skills we want, though. I guess that's
I
everything.
mean, 0 is also hundreds of years old, so I mean...
Yeah, this is it. Oh, wait. Just let me save.
Yeah, I believe some of the NPCs call you like old timer or something like that.
Manage data. So we overwrote my previous file last time. 102, which I think was a 105, so we're 3 minutes faster than we were whenever the last time I played this was.
Nice.
And we opened up all those data discs, too.
Yeah, we learned so much about the story.
Sorry, I'm entertained by the lights moving behind us. They look like the cameras from Portal.
So there's enemies here. There's a bunch of things you can do with the Cyber Elves. We actually have all of them. I didn't know that. Ooh. That's crazy.
I think it's because of all the fusion stuff.
That's good. Yeah. So let's see if I can do any of them. We have 1,000. Yeah. So like this guy, I destroy all small enemies. One to upgrade, and then he becomes a consumable. So like you fuse with it. Oh, this one. I'll turn foes into Matars. We'll do this first. So, I think he'll get turned into a Matar. Yeah.
Nice.
And it does that for like all the enemies, and for flying enemies, they become, those guys.
That's fun.
Yeah. This next section is spikes, actually. Let me get through it. Because if you die, you lose that effect. But since I've got, I didn't talk to Servo, the mechanic guy, to get the ultimate foot ship and have all of them simultaneously. Well, that's okay. We made it past the spikes, though. So, and then now is the first section of the refights. So
we were talking about, wasn't the final stage, I'm trying to think of the music from Z4, the final stage.
Falling down?
Oh, no, Falling Down's the final boss.
Oh, it's Death Mantis.
Oh, someone else was wanting to see the Mantis earlier. Black Noble was like, I want to see that dang Mantis. Here we are.
Get down here.
Straight ahead, that's right. We were talking about that. Up on Ragnarok.
Yeah, I guess if you've got a charge shot, you can't up slash. Or like that. The body chip that I've equipped there doesn't have an element, but it reduces recoil on knockback.
Man, I wish those health upgrades were an easier place to get to in X2. Tterraj, did you ever fight the Z3 bosses in ZX?
Maybe. I don't remember. I have ZX and ZX Advance. I played them. I beat them. I don't remember anything.
Played about a half hour of CX1 and got stuck on the mission where you have to find all the NPCs in the city.
I think I got stuck on that one too.
Understandable.
Hey, it's the Vitamin C Wizard. Oh, he's incognito right now. Shoot.
But yeah, these bosses are a bit easier now that we have a lot of the ZX skills and all of their elemental weaknesses.
Right.
Also, some of the enemies that you see, they all do that transformation, but a couple of them we didn't see in their human form or untransformed form before the fight started. So you get to see that there.
Is that the Terra?
Yeah. Hello, Twilight, Prof 9, Doyson.
It's the Tterraj42.
The one.
The Tterraj.
Flizzard. Oh, that move. We didn't see it last time. He likes it so much, he's doing it twice. Yeah, throwing his mantle out.
So he's like part lizard, part flower, part fire. That's neat.
Yeah, I like his hands. Like, his design's kind of cool. All the fire.
Yeah, if you see that jacket, you always know that's Terra. You can't mistake it.
That's a pretty old jacket. But that's the first free fight's done. So this is ice. Hey, the Matars are back. Let's see. So there's another one that we can use. Let's see if I can afford it. Maybe I don't have one. Oh no, I already upgraded it. Yeah, so I destroy all small enemies.
Oh.
And they're gone.
They don't even explode.
Oh,
That's...
the camera's still here. And so those don't spawn either.
Oh.
Ice physics.
Oh, so it's not just all the enemies on screen.
Yeah.
It's... Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like all of the enemies previously became Atars now. So it's like using Cyber Rails has a penalty. I forget if the penalty's the same for all of them, or some are like more severe. There's also spikes somewhere in here. Maybe it's the next set. I guess the camera doesn't count as an enemy.
Small.
A small enemy. It's a big enemy.
Yeah, X04 just had like no penalty for using elves, so you can just spam up on all of them.
Now, I forget, what exactly is... Why do you not want to get a low rank?
I think the main penalty is you don't get the EX skills.
Right.
Forget
Okay.
if it's beyond that. Oh, and I think also there are certain unlockables like minigames and stuff
Okay.
that you have to beat the game within a second.
04, you don't get the true ending if you do it on easy. Because apparently, like the weather system has a very large part to deal with that. And they're like, if you don't use the weather system, you don't get the good ending. Or like the game ends at like a certain point instead. And you're like, you need to go back through this on normal if you want to get the true experience.
I hate it when games do that.
But then once you play on normal, you're like, oh, this isn't as hard as I was expecting to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember not having very much trouble with 04.
Well, it's, I didn't mean like true ending, but like if I remember correctly, because I haven't played 04 in a while, like at least not an easy. I did the first time I played it. It was like a huge penalty for playing it on easy. Like you didn't get to go to Ragnarok basically.
Wow. That's a big difference.
Oh my God, Skipper!
Oh my god.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
How did
Trying to
that
get
happen?
You
comfortable.
are a mess over here.
There we go. I need to move my legs before they fall asleep.
Oh my God! Ethernet cables.
Oh, that's the only time we saw him. He like pulls down a pipe, bends it into a boomerang, and throws it.
Oh. The craft fights in 04 are pretty pain in the butt. That's for sure.
That's why we get like the stage with the 2 platforms.
I like how there's some 3D perspective with the background. It sort of
A little
juts
bit,
outwards.
yeah.
Ow.
Huh?
I like the noise he makes.
Huh?
He's so surprised. Boss uses EX attacks. Okay. Does that wear off if I die? Should I save it right before the end? Or like all these bosses? Because I did not know that. But that, I guess that makes sense. If you got a higher rank, the boss will do different attacks. That could be cool. All right, let's use fire. So I think you saw like that didn't do nearly as much damage.
Right.
So he's. Cool. I forgot I got that.
It's the second time you've said that on the same thing.
I've got,
Forgot that
I've
I
got
got
the
that.
dash charge as well. Or the that's
We got everything now. We still don't know how to swing the shield around this circle. I'm just kidding.
it's just hold down. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, you don't even need to upgrade them. I guess they come ready to go. So this guy, I'll boost your level to A. So you do it, and then you'll finish the stage with an A rank, just that one, and guarantee the EX skill.
Skipper's being pulled into the digital world. You guys should have seen it. Like his foot was wrapped, like half wrapped in like microphone cable, half wrapped in Ethernet cable. 2 things that I didn't even realize you could get wrapped up in. Oh my lord. She's just not making your life a good day.
That's probably hit. We're low on E-tanks.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You know what? That's fine. I think all that's left is the boss. If I die, I'll get full health.
Because yeah, you finished all 4 of those guys. There's no more refights from Mario Kart.
There's also no enemies.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how that
I don't know how that happened. Man,
Forgot
you
to-
are one heck of a speedrunner.
program them in. But there are spikes, so I'm probably gonna die.
You are not. I believe in you. Until you do die, then I won't believe in you anymore.
Well, I mean, that's fair. Okay. So this is it, I guess, yeah? Final boss. And I do like the boss, 03.
Yes, the final boss.
It's a brain. Kind of what they've been alluded to this whole time. It's that Will is a human, not a Reploid. Just keeping him alive with the suit. And he was from 200 years ago, so you're getting a whole lot of deja vu. This is Omega. And plot twist is the Zero that we're playing isn't actually
The original Zero.
Spoilers.
We'll see that here in a minute. But the final, like the different phases of the final boss fight are just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. This one's just kind of, I forgot about that. A warm up where you get to fight slightly stronger Omega from the first. Yeah. Because he's got a sword now. Or actually uses a sword, I guess. And on the third one. Crap. Uppercut.
Nice.
Shoryuken.
Okay, this next form's really cool, so just kind of take a moment to look at all the details.
Yes.
Because I didn't realize it at first. Focused on not dying, but especially the different attack.
Oh,
So I've got the, we got trapped on that.
You have the
Since-
cyber elf that saves your life there.
Yeah, so,
There's Zero,
Yeah,
there's
that's
X,
reasonable.
and then I think the middle one in the middle is Omega itself. Oh no!
now
mission
we
failed.
have full health. Okay, 8 lives, I think we can do this.
do you have to refight the first form?
I do believe, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Josh, Jesus.
That was a lot of damage. This one. Oh. I'm too fast.
I'm just gonna go run right into him, hack his system like in the Matrix.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Now you guys gotta take in this amazing boss artwork here again.
Okay.
Sprite
let's
work.
see.
Yeah, I guess I never noticed the Zero, X, and Omega thing in the middle.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Like while the lasers are going on, you're just off the stage, like, oh, this doesn't hurt me.
Except for when you get pulled into that one.
It lasts so long. I'll stay over here.
And now that elf does not run out for you, right?
Nope. Oh, like especially like during the laser, it's just kind of like hiding down there. No.
Up stab,
again.
triple rod. You'll get it, don't worry.
Oh.
All right, one more phase to go.
The best one.
It's the Mega Man-athon. Welcome to the Mega Man show.
Hey, Belades, I remember you.
Now, if you've ever played 0-1 before, it's exactly where you start the game.
Oh, yeah.
Zero's having some deja vu. Soon. Actually Zero. So I guess, I don't know, they were trying to make a copy just in case? They made copy X, so.
Yeah. It's just like a Reploid printer they got in the back.
Yeah, let's see. I guess this is good. Oh, he's got super armor. Oh, he's got all my special moves.
He has a lot of the original Zero moves from like X4 and whatnot.
Oh. Alright, that's not good. Oh,
Are we out of
full
sub-tanks?
We are, but we have
Oh yeah, elves.
elves. And then these you can fuse with them straight up, but if you upgrade them so that it heals for 8, I think the upgraded one heals for 16.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez, what is this? Oh boy, that's a raid. I hope.
Down smash. Oh, I missed.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do like a remix of one of his themes from like X2 or X4 or something for the fight theme.
Good.
Not sure if raid, but if raid, then welcome raiders.
So that's it. We did beat the boss, and then you get a little bit more story and exposition at the end.
Mm.
Because you kind of have a moral choice.
Yeah.
Do I destroy the original Zero? Will tries to talk you out of it. And then actually the curse on the Dark Elf is breaking and it's reverting back to the Mother Elf.
Mm.
Who's that? X? And then this is apparently very close to the scene that was, a century ago. Yeah. 100 years. All right, this is already a co-op round. Let's make it a 3-person run.
Okay.
Can you beat Zero?
Maybe.
Oh, that was brutal. That was a charge attack. Yeah, you did it.
I did it. I beat 2 games, guys.
All right. So, I don't know if we're using a timer, but you can stop it now.
Time.
And then there's a little more text and then it plays the credits. So, I don't know how we're doing on time if you want me to let this all play out, but otherwise, wrap it up. I can't hear anything in this
I
headset
can't hear him either.
after the story.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, so that was Mega Man Zero. I really like those games.
Yes.
If you
Play them.
Yeah. They're a little challenging, but if you make use of the upgrades and the side rolls and stuff, it's a little bit better. And it's cool what they do kind of with New Game Plus and the multiple playthroughs. And after you do one, then you can like try and get a higher rank. And since there is like the Zero collection,
Yes.
for the DS, so that's pretty
Probably
good.
the ideal way to play it.
Yeah. And then you have the choice of doing scenario mode if you prefer that as well.
Honestly, I think the ideal way to play it is just get the 3 GBA games and then play them on the Game Boy Player.
Well, I mean, optimal.
Optimally, yeah.
But are these also on the Virtual Console?
They're on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Same situation as Battle Network,
Yeah.
except we don't have a collection.
But next up, we have Mega Man 9 with Matt Papa.
Of
which is gonna
Inti
be-
Creates.
Of Inti Creates, the team that made
This game,
this game.
which is pretty cool.
And Mega Man 9.
Yeah.
And 10. And a whole bunch of other good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Well, that's it. It plays the credits, and then you can save at the end and choose to do New Game Plus or not. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everyone. This was Mega Man 03. I hope you stick around for Mega Man now and enjoy the rest of the show and MAGFest.